Thank you, Mark, and hello from London. A busy time for technical patterns this past week, which is, I suppose, not a surprise, as we've had so many narrow ranges in recent weeks that it didn't take much to cause some of these. So let's see what they were. We had weekly key reversals down in a variety of markets: in US T-note futures, in the Chinese yuan against the Japanese yen, in the US dollar against the Hungarian forint, and the Osaka JGB futures. This one could be attributed to a changeover gap, so I'll mention it only in passing. We also had weekly key reversals up in euro against Hungarian forint, US dollar against the Taiwanese dollar, and the US dollar and Nigerian naira 1 month NDF. This last one was particularly dramatic, with trading halting at one point, as over last week the Nigerian naira lost about 50% of its value in only a few days. However, I'd like to concentrate elsewhere. In ICE gas oil futures, in NYMEX RBOB futures, and in NYMEX heating oil futures. Indeed, all the products of the crack spread had weekly key reversals up, but there was no such indication up or down in either NYMEX WTI crude oil futures or Brent crude oil futures. In heating oil, we actually saw a second weekly key reversal up within 2 months. And so far the result has been the same as the one back in May, a pullback within last week's range. The same is true for RBOB and gas oil. I'm going to reserve any thoughts on these three. I will look again in a few days and think more on why we had such unanimity but no immediate resultant moves. In the grains and oilseeds, we had a weekly key reversal up. In Kansas City wheat futures, and one that might become highly significant as it was a break up and out of a lopsided diamond pattern. It has run up into its first area of real resistance, a neckline, which is highlighted in red, from the October 2021 to January 2022 head and shoulders top, currently at 847. Now this neckline had been an attractor to this market since the start of this year. What it does here will indicate whether this break high is a real or false break. I covered this more fully in my grains video last Friday and will expand on it further this coming Friday. Next, in the oilseeds, we had a weekly key reversal up in Chicago soybean meal futures. This was an aggressive one and a bullish move that is echoed in oilseeds and vegetable oil futures around the world. This particular one I'd highlighted in discussions last week as a possibility, among others, purely because of the narrow range made in the first full week of June. It came about with great fury last Friday, though on Tuesday this week, after the public holiday on Monday, we saw some hesitation, despite the move higher that day. This hesitation seems to have been assuaged with today's actions so far. I'll delve deeper into this again in my weekly soybean complex video commentary tomorrow. I would only add one other point, one other thought with these moves up in the oilseeds and vegetable oils. We have seen a seemingly sympathetic move in related products, such as a weekly key reversal up, if only just, in the recently very quiet EEX butter futures market. So far this week, there has not been any follow through higher, though we are still within last week's range, if only just again. Finally, a more esoteric market, though one that has increasingly become important. There was a weekly key reversal down, if only just, in CME lithium futures last week, 3 weeks after we saw a very large weekly key reversal up there. There has been no follow-on lower as yet, though we are still within last week's smaller range. As always, I'm happy to share my videos, various charts, and answer any questions with anyone who wishes to contact me. And with that, I'll finish this section from London, and I hope you found these comments useful.